Hi, this is Vladan from SX Virtualization blog. In this video, we're going to be installing Veeam Replication version 10, Community Edition. So if you haven't already downloaded the latest version, just go to vladan.fr, my blog, scroll down below and you have a link to the Veeam Replication product, fill in the form and download the ISO. Once you have the ISO, just do a right click and mount it to your management workstation within the Windows Explorer. Then do a right click and run as an administrator. You can install Veeam Replication by clicking the big square button in the middle. Yes, this one. And you can install it on any Windows system, which means you can be running Windows 10 or Windows 7 workstation or your laptop or your desktop system with enough disk space. All those systems you can install the product. The installer will first check the requirements, and if those requirements are not met, you will be prompted to install the requirements. So here you just accept the license agreement. We do not need a license because we are installing the Community Edition, which is free. And you can use this Community Edition for your home, for your small business products, for your small business needs without any license, up to 10 VMs or 10 physical systems. So here we install the requirements. Just pause the video quickly and so we do not have to wait. And here we go. As you can see, I have two drives. Where the second drive, the E drive, we will be installing the backup repository and the cache. So if you have a large data drive connected, it will be detected automatically because Veeam doesn't like to install the default repository on the system disks. So here again we accelerated the video, otherwise it takes like 10-15 minutes to fully install the product. And so here we just install it and we can close it. We can close the window here as well, and we have a new icon on the desktop and we can connect to the console. So what we're going to do first we're going to connect to our virtual infrastructure. I have small data lab with VMware vSphere running, and I'll walk you through the assistant of adding VMware vSphere to Veeam Application. You can either add individual ESXi hosts, or if you have vCenter, you can add vCenter. But you cannot use ESXi free version because the ESXi free version has some APIs which are locked. So Veeam cannot actually back up the VMs running on ESXi free version. So here you go. You have the main menu, virtual infrastructure. You can add other icons and then drag the bar a little bit further up so you can see all the icons. And you see we have a default backup repository, which is the E drive, E backup. So go back to the inventory tab, virtual infrastructure, and add server. So here we choose VMware vSphere. vSphere, yes. You can also add Hyper-V. We need to know the IP address, or if QDN, fully qualified domain name. We need to add credentials. While the Veeam product tells us that we need certain format, for VMware vSphere I tested with the add like this with the default vSphere login, and it works. But you'll see later on in the video where we will be adding a physical desktop computer. We will be using different format for the login credentials. So here we just accept the certificate, the default certificate, and continue with the assistant. The configuration will be saved. Hit the finish button, and we have a VMware vSphere. This is vSphere 7, but Veeam doesn't support officially yet vSphere 7, so we're not gonna test the backup on vSphere 7. We will be adding physical computer, which will be backed up via agent. And this agent we're gonna deploy it remotely over the network. So first we create protection group. Protection group is a group where individual PCs, individual computers are stored, and you add those computers via this wizard. You need to know the NetBIOS name or IP address, and you need to know the account which you'll be connecting to this PC over the network. So it's special format by computer name and backslash and the username. So once we have added those credentials, you can test them. It's important to test those credentials before going further. And here we specify, we can use the default because it's just for the agent deployment. It's going to happen automatically during the day. If you add other computers to this group, this agent is going to get deployed automatically, and those computers will be protected automatically. And the backup will be stored on the Veeam backup repository, which is located on our E drive on the same server. So right now the system is deploying the packages, and it will run its first discovery. During the first discovery process, it will discover all the PCs and systems which are on the home PCs group, and it will deploy the agents It's gonna take some time, so I think we just accelerate the video a little bit here as well, so we do not have to wait. As you can see, the package, the MSC package, has been pushed to the remote system and it's being installed on our Windows 7 laptop over the network. We have a message that Veeam Agent for Windows has been installed and the process has finished. Just create a new backup and specify Windows computer, workstation, managed by agent. And this is going to be the first job that we need to create. And we specify the backup mode, the computers which will be backed up, the destination and the schedule. So here we have the option to either choose protection group or individual computers. It's better to choose protection group because if you add other PCs into the protection group, those will be backed up automatically and you don't have to create another backup job. And we do just a volume level backup and we choose operating system because we do not want to back up data disks. If there are some data disks, we just want to system backup so we can restore the system. Okay, and we choose Veeam backup repository as the destination, which is the E drive on our Veeam backup server. And we want to keep seven backups only. You can easily change that later. Just leave the default without checking this out. Next will be the schedule. So we choose a daily schedule, but you can choose weekly if you like. Daily is fine. So every day it's going to be one backup. Okay, so now this backup job is created. We still have some tasks running, so we might wait until those tasks are finished first. You can click the running task and see the details. That's what we're gonna do. So first job name is the rescan of the PC, home PC backup group, and the second one, yeah, because each time you add the backup job, it rescan the groups and everything, so it makes sure everything is basically up to date after you make some changes. Here it's installing the SQL packages, if it's necessary to update them, checking if it's necessary to update the Veeam agent, but in our case it's not required because the Veeam agent is already installed. So yeah, just wait until the running tasks are finished, so we can so yes, the task should be finished quite soon. So the first one is finished, but there is some delay, you know, once the task shows you it is finished and the screen refresh, there is a couple of seconds. We need to wait until all those tasks are finished, and then only we can go to the backup job and we can manually initiate the first backup. You see, waiting for the rescan jobs to finish, to complete. And now we have the home PC's backup agent policy, checking whether it will back up or not right now. I think that it will just check that it's not time to back up yet, and it will finish the task. So once it's finished, we can go ahead and we can manually initiate the backup, because the backup job was set for 4 p.m. and right now we are only midday, 12 o'clock. So okay, finished both tasks, and we manually start the backup, and the backup will do a backup of the system drive, which is the C drive, and you can restore the whole system or you can restore individual files. You can recover individual files from this backup. So the demonstration I'll do today is to recover individual file, which is in my document, simple file. But if you need to restore the whole system, for example, if the system was corrupted by ransomware, excuse me, and you to recover the whole system, you first need to do is to create a USB stick with the recovery media. And once you have this USB stick created, we'll do this in a separate video. We will create a USB stick where the Veeam backup bootable ISO is installed, and you can boot with this USB stick your unbootable system, and then you go ahead and via the network you can look for the Veeam backup and recover the system. The Veeam backup is stored on the Veeam backup server repository. So this was pretty quick because we accelerated the video again. So to restore, just go to restore and we do guest file restore. So guest file restore is very simple. Select, you can also do entire machine restore, which will recover as a virtual machine, but we don't do this in this video. So we select the backup, we select the PC which we need to restore the files from, select the restore point and click next and finish. And this is it, because it will automatically start the restore job, which will pop up file level restore guest file explorer in a couple of seconds. Here you can see the logs, what's happening, statistics, but this is not what we're waiting for. This is the Explorer, which starts the restore session. This will allows us to navigate to the directory where our file is located. Yeah, it takes a couple of seconds. Don't worry about it. So here we go. This is the C drive which we backed up, and we need to go to users, student, documents, and here is the file. So just restore to, copy to, choose a location, put it on the desktop in our case, and this is it. File restore is very quick. Success. We can close this, close the Windows Explorer, close this, reduce this, check the desktop for the file. Here we go. So this is it. Thanks very much for watching. Bye bye.